I want you to imagine with me just for a moment, there's a jail cell sitting up here on this platform. If you've been struggling with anxiety and you've been struggling with anxiousness, more than likely you have been imprisoned mentally and emotionally, and the way you've been living your life is in a state of survival rather than a state of living fully, and you've actually allowed yourself to be locked up by the enemy, causing you to believe all the negative core beliefs. I want you to look at yourself in that jail cell, and I want you to look in your hand. What do you see in your hand? And what you find in your hand in the middle of the jail cell is a set of keys. And I want to tell you this morning that those keys fit the lock on the door of the cell that you are in. Sometime later today or this week, I'd like for you to get alone, just you and God, and I'd like for you to take a piece of paper and something to write with and say, God, would you show me all the negative core beliefs that have been running my life, been determining where I am and what I feel and what I do and what I think and how I experience life instead of living life to its fullest? It might be a bad health report, and your core belief would say, I'm going to die. It could be that you lost your job, and the core belief would be, I can't pay my bills. It could be that you would write down on that list, my partner decided to leave me and divorce me out of this relationship, and the core belief would be, I'll never make it alone on my own. Get that list made, and then ask yourself this question. Where is the evidence to support your negative core belief? Secondly, when you find yourself next time in an anxious episode, not only do I want you to identify the negative core beliefs, secondly, I want you to learn to replace those negative core beliefs with Bible truths. It says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything and tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Now, I sat down in preparation for this message this morning, and I thought, what passages will I leave out? Because when you look from Genesis to Revelation, there are hundreds of passages, either directly or indirectly, that address anxiety and anxiousness and fear.